So, we talked about this the other week, a story that was in the Mail earlier on in the year, reputable newspaper. So you know it's a proper story. It's not just some flim-flam that's out there. It was a super primal sexual experience. Group of women make extraordinary claim that they have hybrid alien children who live on giant spaceships. Hybrid baby community believe aliens have been harvesting their DNA. 2 members claim they have 13 children fathered by extraterrestrials. They say their hybrid children live on giant spaceships with their fathers. It's absolutely incredible story. And the more I look into it, for your first thing, your knee-jerk reaction, oh, come on, utter balls. Utter balls. Well, the more I look into it, the more I start to think, maybe there is something in this. 0344 499 1000. I'd love to get your views on this. There's a book out about it called Shadow of the Chosen, Progeny of the Truth, which is by Professor Joseph Laevens, FRCP. And I'm really pleased to say that the Professor joins me now. Professor, is it Joseph or Joe?
You can call me Joe. Joe is fine.
Okay, Joe. Tell me about hybrid children. What do we know about them?
Well, you summed it up pretty well yourself. It's from a super primal sexual experience. From what I understand, and my contention, my book Shadow of the Chosen, Progeny of the Truth, is that there are human beings that have given birth to alien offspring as a result of an encounter with extraterrestrial beings. These people, a number of these people, as you rightly pointed out, I believe it's in the Daily Mail, it's a publication over here.
Yeah.
Specifically belong to a hybrid baby community, believe that their children live on alien habitats.
It was a super primal sexual experience.
Yes,
it's described as the best sex these women have ever had.
Okay, I can't really comment on whether they enjoy
what are the aliens doing that the Earthmen are seemingly incapable of doing?
Well, I would imagine they've got feelers, tentacles that they put. I don't know how graphic we can. A form of penis, possibly on their heads, like a tentacle. That is what I have learned as people like Bridget Nielsen from Sedona, Aluna Verse from
Are you
Los
saying
Angeles.
that the aliens?
What I'm saying that they put a tentacle.
That they have willies on their heads.
Pardon me, sir. Like a penis.
Like a dick. Sorry, a dick.
Okay, well, if you want to,
well, no, yeah,
use a profanity. But
so in England we say willies, and it's harmless. But yeah,
okay,
you say they have penises on their on their heads.
If we can catch these in these terms of an alien's willy would go from his head, into a lady's. I don't know what a front.
Would the alien lady's
bum? Yeah. Yes, sir.
And I'm going off slightly off on a tangent, but where on the lady alien, is her foof?
Her foof.
Her VJ.
Nuna. A lady's. Well, I'm just using the terms you're using. I'm couching them in.
I didn't use Nuna.
No, noon. Okay, noon. Well, let's just say a lady's.
Wang Chung.
Wang Chung. As I understand it from this hybrid community, the hybrid baby community, the ladies have the Wang Chung in the usual place. It's perhaps more the alien that's using a willy on
their head,
maybe a cranial penis.
Okay. What evidence do we have, Professor? Because conveniently, by the way, 0344 499 1000 if you want to call in and speak to the Professor. We don't have any photographic evidence of these babies. We're told that the children live on spaceships. All we have are sketches drawn by, I mean, as you mentioned, the two women in this story, Bridget Nielsen, which is the strange name, and Aluna Verse.
That's right. There's an unfortunate name. It's not that. That's just purely a coincidence. I mean, I've drawn if I just look here, I've drawn a little sketch here of what I imagine it. You can see the aliens, penis coming down. And I've just done some shading. Well, I've done some shading.
Are you okay, Professor?
Pardon?
You okay?
No, I'm just referring to a diagram that I've made myself.
Okay, which I don't have.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah, I mean, from what I'm looking at here, it was just some preliminary sketches I did at Washington D.C. University, and it's as a result of this Bridget Nielsen, something that her report into exactly what she claims happened. We have an alien there with tentacles. We have her there, and she was just in her normal clothes because, according to her, she was. Well, I don't know. She ended up. Wait, hang on. An alien head.
Sorry. Sorry. Are you describing? I don't want a description of the sex.
No. I'm giving you a description of the picture I've drawn.
Okay.
And she is looking.
Why has he drawn a Why have you drawn a picture? I've asked, Professor. Sorry, maybe you misunderstood. No, excuse me, Professor. I asked, what evidence do we have that these children exist? And you can't just talk about a picture that you've drawn.
I beg your pardon. I thought you said to me we don't have visual evidence. Now, a number of these women have drawn what they claim to be as their children. They've drawn what the alien habitat in which they were living.
Yep.
I am just a culmination of those firsthand details. I have drawn my own picture here. Okay. Perhaps it's not the right.
Well, it is. It is. Please do. I'm going to ask you one more time, Professor, because I think it's important. What evidence do we have? Not pictures that you've drawn, or what actual evidence do we have that these hybrid children are real?
If you read my book, you'd realize that there have been many declarations of such experiences. I think we have. There is a lady in Wisconsin who claims to have an alien child with her. I don't want to name her now. That's. I'm currently in negotiation with her, but she claims to live with an alien child.
Wow.
Now I've seen.
What do they eat?
Well, this particular one eats. It's pretty much what we do.
And is it a boy or a girl?
That's on the debate. I don't know if these aliens.
Are there any lumps? Gender. Any lumps forming on its head?
There might be. There might be a lump on its head.
There might be a lump on its head that would grow into a penis. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. What's interesting, I think, about these two women in particular, I'm showing the picture to people watching on Facebook, is...
Not my picture.
No, not your picture.
I didn't send you. Okay.
No. But please do, and I'll tweet it later.
I'll scan it, send you the picture now.
Yeah, or you can take a picture if you've got a smartphone. Have you got a phone that's got a camera on?
Yeah, I have.
You can take a picture. You got to take a picture when you finish the phone call. You could take a picture with that, and if you could just email it to me, then
okay, I will do that.
I can tweet it. You would expect, and I'm going to speak bluntly, right? You would expect the kind of women to be talking about this to be dumpy and ugly, right?
Right.
And these two women are very, very sexy. They're very sexy women.
Yes, sir.
Is that are aliens turned on, do we know, by the same things that that humans are turned on by? You know, the big eyes. We like big eyes, don't we? We like lovely, round, luscious breasts. We like firm, peachy buttocks. And we like a clean frou-frou. Are they turned on, and a naughty attitude? Are they turned on by that kind of thing?
Well, traditionally, aliens do have big eyes. You've seen them, they got those big eyes, white faces.
Yep.
and a small chin. You know, it goes out in a kind of V, so that the eyes are big up top. I don't want to be too technical about this. I think from what I mean, this woman has described it as the best ever sex she had.
Yeah.
And the thousands of women around the world are missing out on such experiences because they don't realize that they have had hybrid children.
Mm.
Now, there are this woman is a former marketing executive.
Yeah.
And she says that all women, on some level, want to be taken
by an alien.
You know, taken by an alien.
Taken by the head.
That's right. And I think I'm not. I mean, I've looked at this woman's confession. Whether the sex is, human sex, or whether they start up top and then move down, or it's the other way around. I don't know.
We're going to bring Peter into the conversation. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, Ian. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Peter. You're through to the Professor Joe Laevens. What would you like to say?
Well, look.
Hello?
Hello, Professor. Where did you get your professorship?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm a fellow of the Royal College of Physicians.
Okay.
I'm a professor emeritus at the University of Washington. I'm a UNESCO chair in the Transnational Challenges in Governance. What is your issue? I know what I'm saying is pretty. Let me finish. Can I finish?
Peter, let the professor finish. Peter, a bit of respect. Sorry,
I'm
Professor.
a distinguished scholar in residence at the Danforth campus in D.C. And I understand that what I'm saying is it's out there. It's of course it's doubtful what I say, but if you'd seen some of the evidence and the drawings that I've seen, you'd feel the same.
And some of the drawings you've made, of course.
Yes.
Peter, what's your question for the professor?
No, my question is, I mean, these ladies. I'm quite open to the fact that the universal or whatever's out there is big enough that there might be something else.
Yeah.
Right.
But, well, I mean, I don't want to be rude to them, but I mean, they just sound like they're not well.
They're not what?
Well.
Were you saying might have caught space AIDS or something?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sorely tempted.
With all due respect, it sounds like you're jealous of an alien.
It does sound like you're jealous of the aliens, Peter, because you're
jealous of the aliens.
When was the last time you had sex with a lady?
Well,
you could do it like an alien, and some of the things I've heard that they do, they do it.
Well, I think a trip to Ann Summers and some super glue would sort all this out, wouldn't it?
I don't think this.
So, Peter, Peter, do you not have any sympathy for these poor women? Okay, yes, they've had the best sex of their lives, right? But they don't get to see their children, Peter.
Well, I mean, do they actually have children?
Well, they've got space.
They do, sir.
Hybrid children.
They do. If you've had sex with, in some cases, aliens with 3 to 4 peni.
No, I never have.
Yes, you have. Have you not had that? No, you haven't. I know you haven't.
No.
No, I know. So all I'm saying is they have had children. They're very potent, the aliens. They have testicles that hang right down. I've seen it. I've seen drawings.
I mean, are they from their ears or whereby?
No, they're in the conventional place. They're not from their ears. Who is this guy?
I mean, that's a long tube, isn't it?
Yes, they've got a long tube. Yes, they have.
Yeah.
Peter, they've got a dick on their head, at least one. The length of the tube is almost irrelevant.
Yeah, but I mean, their bits are in the
Peter,
you're normal place.
Peter, you're obsessed with this. I'm going to let you go, mate. I'm sorry, Professor.
I really don't want to get into too much the specifics of how they're inseminated. This guy is.
Oh, he's gone. Don't worry, he's gone. I do feel sorry for the mums. Not seeing their kids must be heartbreaking for them.
Well, they can. From what I've heard, they can contact them telepathically.
Okay.
They might be speaking to them and finding out how they did at school today. Which friends they're seeing up there. And according to these people in Sedona, Arizona, there is every chance that they will be communicating with their alien partner and the children daily.
Let's bring Jim into the conversation. Evening, Jim.
Good evening, Ian.
Jim, you're through to the Professor.
Professor, my uncle, it was a man called Alan Godfrey. Well, he still is a man called Alan Godfrey.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, was your uncle Alan Godfrey, or did he work for a man called Alan Godfrey?
No, he is Alan. Well, he still is Alan Godfrey. I haven't seen him in a long time, so I presume he's still alive. And he claimed to have been taken by aliens from a town called Todmorden.
Is that up in West Yorkshire?
It is in West Yorkshire, yeah. He was a policeman in West Yorkshire, and he claimed to have been taken by aliens and dropped on top of a...
Is he connected? This is ringing a bell. Is he connected with the Ziggy Adamski case?
Yeah, exactly,
Is it Ziggy? It's not Ziggy, it's Zygmunt Adamski, isn't it?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He originally investigated that case,
yeah,
and then he got it into his head somehow.
Yeah.
He'd
had gay sex with an alien?
Of the very worst kind. No, so he'd been out on a patrol one night, and he said that he'd been taken. Well, he was a genuinely respected police officer, and he said that he'd been taken onto
roughly.
His ship. He thought that there were about 5 hours of his time that had disappeared, and he went under hypnosis. And under hypnosis, he admitted that he'd been probed and things like that.
Wow.
So my question is that the same aliens, or is that something different?
That's a good question. Is it the same aliens that bummed Alan Godfrey? Are they the same ones that are getting these?
Him. He was very clear on that.
What? Sorry,
they didn't bum him. They inspected.
He would say that, wouldn't he? They just inspected him.
Inspected certain parts of him. He definitely was quite clear that he was not bummed.
By an alien.
By an alien, but he was definitely...
Did they have dicks on their heads?
No, he never mentioned that.
You would think that would be... Well, let's ask the Professor. Joe?
I'm interested to know. Are you all right, Ian?
Professor, you okay? I think we've lost the line to the Professor.
Oh, please no.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Hello?
Have you heard of Alan Godfrey? It's quite a famous...
No, I have not. I've heard about people being probed. I don't know whether is it your uncle?
It was my uncle, yeah. Well, he still is, but I haven't seen him for a long time. But he does claim it happened.
Do you get gay aliens?
Yes,
Professor?
sir, yes you do.
Do you really?
Yes, you do.
Wow.
I've heard of this.
You know what they call them, Ian?
Galians. Galians, yes.
Look, I don't know whether this Adamski thing is serious. If your Uncle Alan Godfrey was
Alan Godfrey, yeah. If you search for Alan Godfrey Todmorden, you'll find a very interesting case.
Jim, the Professor is trying to talk, so
I'm trying to speak about the bombing incident. Look, if he assures you that he wasn't, you were bombed by an alien's tentacle on his head, that is entirely consistent with these being heterosexual aliens. Now, I've heard about anal penetration from an alien, but not in this case, and that is not something I deal with in this book.
Okay. Just give us the name of the book again, Professor. So it's what is it? It's Shadow of the Chosen, Progeny of the Truth.
Yeah, that is correct.
And people can get that. I notice it's not on Amazon because normally I would.
No, it's not. It's from a paper. It's from a scientific paper, and we're bringing it out independently.
Okay.
But I'm going to send you this drawing, and if you want to, show that to your.
I can tweet that.
Please tweet it. Yeah.
Is there? And I'm going to be a bit base, but I'm just fascinated by it. When the alien has finished having sexual intercourse with one of these two young ladies, what men tend to do is they get a bit sleepy and a bit bored, and they just roll over. Oh, come and cuddle. Oh, no, I'm going to sleep. Do aliens have the same after-sex pattern as
they
humans? Do they
No,
not?
they do not. They're very modern. They're very modern men. I mean, they quite often get up. They might make a hot drink for the human partner. Occasionally, they might go and record one of their shows that they want to watch, deal with the children, maybe phone up for some food, get a carry-out takeaway. And I'm sure that, not only does the woman have a shudderingly immense orgasm, but also the alien is very attentive, will ask about their mother, maybe tear up their clothes from the bedroom floor.
Wow, so they're very, very modern. I just want to bring Gatford into the conversation. Gatford, you're through to the Professor. We've got a few calls waiting. I don't know if we'll get them all in, but Gatford, what would you like to say?
Thanks. Well, this whole thing scares me. I mean, it just puts the willies up. And just
That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. One more like that, and you're off.
Well, but it is very scary here.
I think you're safe.
Yeah, fair enough. The question that I wanted to ask, what was the name of the book again? Prodigy of something.
Oh, for
The
goodness.
Progeny of the Truth, Shadow of the Children.
Progeny of the Truth. Yeah, I'll look for that in the morning.
Could you please get to the question, Gatford? I've got two other calls waiting.
No, it's fine. You mentioned that the aliens, after they've, I assume the ladies stayed in the spacecraft after they were pregnant, and it was a normal pregnancy.
That is correct. A normal 11-month pregnancy, alien pregnancy.
And you mentioned that they know how the children are doing at school, so that implies that the spaceship that they're on must be quite vast. It has a school. It has some sort of sterile hospital area.
There's a cinema. There's of course there's all manner of food outlets that you might find down here.
Do we have any idea how far these aliens have come? Because obviously they must have advanced technology.
Of course they do. They've got spaceships, Gatford. Of course they've got advanced technology.
They're very advanced. They've got those kettles that boil, just small amounts of water.
Wow. Very quickly, I'd imagine.
Very quickly. If you want, say, a cup of alien tea, and you only want one cup, you don't have to, for example, fill the kettle right up.
I think they have those. I think they have those kettles on Earth as well. Actually, you can just pour a cup in.
Not as advanced.
Maybe they've got one of those taps that you have in the kitchen that just brings out boiling water.
Yes, probably some of them.
Yeah.
As well,
Okay.
Yeah.
JP Devlin, who works on BBC Radio 4, which is very, very big.
I know it.
Not in terms of listeners, but just in terms of weight.
Right.
He's asking, where is this guy a professor, and of what?
Oh, I think we've been through this, Mr. J.P. Devlin.
Yeah.
Do I have to go through this again? I'm Professor Joseph Laevens, FRCP. I'm a fellow of the Royal College of Physicians. My expertise is twofold. On a pan-geographic scale, I'm an ESCO chair in transnational challenges in governance. In the scientific field, I'm a professor emeritus at the University of Washington.
We've got Kyle and Pablo. I just don't think we're going to get to you. Sorry, guys. We've only got a couple of minutes left of your time.
My contention in the book is that they are coming.
Yeah, sorry?
They are coming.
Well, that's how they're making the babies.
Over. Yes, right. It's a funny joke, but they're coming down, and they're going to get you and stick it in with all their willies, alien ones, their head. So be careful. I'm going to send you this picture now.
If you send me the drawing,
I'm going to do that right now.
I will. If you send me the evidence, yeah?
Yes, I'm going to send it now.
I will
shade in her face.
Okay, we're still on air.
Okay.
I will tweet that to my followers, and maybe it will generate a conversation for the next hour or so. Professor, lovely to speak to you.
Okay.
And
keep safe, everybody. Keep your wits about you. Don't get bumped.
Professor, you okay?
Yes. I'm just drawing the spaceship here. Color that in.
What was that noise? You sound like you.
I'm coloring this in the spaceship. Just coloring that in.
Okay, Professor. I'm gonna let you get on with that, and I'm gonna crack on with the show.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Joseph Laevens.